big problems of landlessness. So big landlords own the majority of the land, which causes farmers, or which leaves farmers without a livelihood. They are forced to leave, often forced to leave their land to flee to the city to try to earn a living. But there they join the urban poor. Then there's also a big problem with the indigenous people, where big mining projects are also the cause of many evictions, house evictions. So there's a lot of problems and reasons for people to organize themselves to change the situation. In the year 2006, there was a peak in the political killings. About 230 or more than 230 people were killed. That means nearly 5 persons a week. And it was in this year that Karen Epeño, the daughter of Concepcion, disappeared. So we will ask her a few questions to get her story, and then afterwards there will also be a possibility for you to ask questions. So first of all, I would like to know if you could tell us a bit more about the family and the village in which Karen, your daughter, grew up. What is your family like? What were the conditions, or what are the conditions you are living in the village you come from?
May I start that? So, good evening. Once again, I want to introduce myself. That I am Mrs. Concepcion Empeño. I am fondly called by the Karapatan workers and desaparecidos as Nanay Connie. And the overview or the true picture of our country, the Philippines, has already been told to us by our friends from the ENTAL. And it's a great pleasure for me to be one of the participants, or to be a part of these activities. Especially it is in other countries, in your country, Belgium. And I am on about 70 days human rights campaign from October 6 to December 14, or roughly it's not on December 14, but because tomorrow will be the last day of my speaking events in any organizations or activities in UK and Europe. So, and I will be going home to London on a Monday. And again, I am very thankful for the organizers of this these events, and for those organizations who have shouldered my expenses in going to this from UK and Europe. And I could not count anymore how many times I am giving my testimony, sharing my stories about my missing daughter. Roughly it is about 50 events already. So although I have been speaking for so many times, I did not tired. I do not tired still, until such that up to the last of my breath, that I'll be helping, or I'll be a human rights defenders, as what had my daughter Karen has started. And about Karen was a sociology graduating student that time when she was abducted at Hagonoy, Bulacan. Karen was given an incomplete grade for her thesis writing. That's why she was her thesis writing is about collecting of songs of the peasants. That's why Karen has been from different places in the Philippines. And it was in Hagunoy, Bulacan, where she was abducted, together with a friend or her colleague, Sherlyn Kadapan, also a UP student. And Sherlyn was her guide in gathering data. And during the abduction, 3 of them were taken by the military because Tatay Manuel Merino was the leader of the Kilusang Magbubukid ng Bulacan, or the Apisan Farmer Organization, and where Karen was gathering data or was interviewing with. So it was the around at dawn of June 26, 2006, where about 15 armed men came into the house of that farmer where the 2 students were living with. And they strongly believe that these are military and they belong to the 27th Infantry Battalion. And that 2 girls were dragged out. They were part of their shirts were torn, and then this was made to blindfold them, and then their hands tied up their back. They are pleading that they should not be hurt or that the military would not get them, but their pleas fall on the earth. And finally, the 3 were taken outside the house, and then they were made to ride in a van. And according to the members of the families of Manuel Merino, the farmer, that the van went to a nearby detachment or a military camp in the community. Since during when I learned about what happened to my daughter, I, together with the mother of Sherlyn Kadapan and other Karapatan workers, went to Bulacan. And we have searched in every places where places possible where our daughter and Manuel Merino are being taken. And we went to the hospitals, to the morgues, in different detachments. We also granted interviews from the media, the TV, radio, but we have not seen the 3. And from that on, I am now a spokesperson in every activities. I have came to learn to speak in rallies, or else in any activities that calls for the human rights campaign in our country. And our organization, which is known as Desaparecidos, in which I am the vice chairperson, we have a monthly 3rd Saturday gathering, and it is done in different places in Manila. But the usual place is at the Bantayog ng mga Bayani. It is a place where names of missing persons were being written there in Bantayog ng mga Bayani. And yes, and I have received a text the other day that because of this celebration of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, it was made, or it was celebrated at the Congress. And for the invitation, they are confirming if I can attend. But sorry, I am